Good morning, everyone. Blaine Austin here at Sewing Machines Plus. Hey, and welcome to our Thursday live show. Hey, we're glad you're here. I've got Big Daddy Kyle in here with me this morning, so say hello to Kyle.
Hello, everybody.
And we've got Rock and Roger is here, so I'll say hello to Roger.
Good morning, SMP Nation.
And this morning, in Kennedy, Kicking at Kennedy, she's over at the San Marcos store this morning. She's over there with Deb Donovan and Candace Trevino, and they're going to be doing some demonstrations. And I think Kennedy's going to be running the cameras over there, so they'll be on this morning as well. But guys, got to talk a little bit about this past week. This past weekend, I should say. We had our new product launch party in both stores. Friday, we had it in the San Marcos store. Saturday, we had it down in the San Diego store. And guys, we had an incredible event. Man, if you missed it, you missed a good one because it was really great. We had actually had some of our SMP Nation out there joined in. Vinny came in with Candace. They were down in the Mission Bay store. And then we had Kim Wolf. I saw her on Friday. We saw Ginger Israel and her husband John came in, and they actually came to both stores and got to see it. So we were really happy to see Ginger. And if y'all remember, I don't know if y'all remember back, guys, but you remember we had the contest we had this contest. It was the most creative way to announce that it was giveaway time.
Yes.
And we asked you to make a video and submit the video. Y'all remember that?
I remember that.
Well, John, Ginger's husband, he was Spider-Man.
Oh, was that
if y'all remember.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
So we got to meet John, and I thought that was so awesome of him to do that. But we had a great time, guys, and the educators that we brought in were fantastic. We had Mary Cullen from Bernina came in, super nice here. And then y'all all know Melinda Stevenson. Melinda is Baby Like a ambassador, and she's been on the show numerous times. She was here live, did just such a great job. And, so we had so many great educators. We had Kim Montanese from Brother was here live in person doing demonstrations. And so and Kelly Luttrell from Juki was here. So there were just so many people that came in for the event. And it was great. And then we had Melinda Romero from Grace was here as well doing things. And so you're going to get to see some of those people on SewFest that's coming up in September. And so again, guys, write these dates down for you, because SewFest, if y'all have never been to one of our festivals, these things are incredible. We stream live for 5 straight days, 7.5 hours a day. And we have 2 educational sessions each day, plus all the other machine demonstrations throughout the day. And every one of them, we're going to give you some great pricing on that you can purchase stuff. So it's a great event. And so that's going to be September the 12th through the 16th.
And grab your last project you made and submit it into the voting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we still have the contest going on right now. So you can still submit pictures, enter the contest on a sewing project. And if you want to go right now, if you go to our webpage at SewingMachinesPlus.com, on the very front page, it has SewFest. Just click on that, and you can go read all the rules and everything about how to submit one of your projects. You have nothing to lose, do they?
No.
And it's strictly, you can get people to vote on yours, and whoever the top 3, the most votes, are going to be the winners. Yeah. And that top winner is going to win that golden scissors trophy again.
And a big old ribbon.
Yeah, we give you a big ribbon to put on your project. Plus, the golden scissors trophy is pretty cool. Yes. I mean, you have to admit, guys, it's pretty cool. So, and that's an extremely unique gift that you're not going to find too many other places. So
I believe they're solid gold, right? Oh no, never mind. I don't think so.
Well, gold is like, what is it, $1,000 an ounce? Yeah. So yeah, no, they're not solid gold, but they sure do look cool. So, but that's coming up, guys. We're going to have that, and then I also want to remind you about our Scan and Cut University. That's going to be October the 13th through the 15th. And guys, we do have the top educators in the world teaching this. We have Julie Feefan-Balzer, we have Cindy Hogan, and we have Heather Banks. Yeah. And those 3 are by far the leaders in Scan and Cut in the nation. They are so good. All of them are, have association with Brother. Julie and Cindy are ambassadors for Brother, and then Heather is one of their educators. And man, they are so knowledgeable about it. So you're going to get a little bit, excuse me, of everything from the whole gamut of scan and cut. So if you've ever wanted to know about scan and cut, this is going to be a great time. And we're going to be sending out all the excuse me, got a frog in my throat. We're going to be sending out all the projects and things to you. So we do have a cutoff date on that. And you can go to SewingMachinesPlus.com. You can go to our events page. There's a little events tab at the very top of the page. Click that. It'll take you down to all the different events that we're having. You'll see that square box for the Scan and Cut University. It'll tell you all the things you have to have. Now, you have to have a certain scan and cut to be able to participate in this. If you don't already have a scan and cut, we actually have a package deal that you get a $100 discount off the class if you buy your scan and cut at the same time. And so that's a really good deal for you. And it'll give you a chance to get the latest and greatest scan and cut, plus get that great class. So that'll be coming up. So we're looking forward to that. And we're going to have a watch party as well in the retail stores that you can come in and participate and have instructors that are going to be hands-on in our retail stores as well. So if you're local, we're going to be doing this in the stores as well. So you can do that. So great things, guys. And then I got to kind of throw a little shout out there, Kyle, to Cyber Monday is right around the corner. So we're going to have a Cyber Monday show. Yeah, guys, we do the Black Friday Cyber Monday celebration. And then we have our Countdown to Christmas show, which will be in December. And that's going to be all your great savings for Christmas right before, I think it's the week before Christmas. So I think it's like the 12th through something. I can't remember the dates on that, but that'll be coming up. We'll be sharing all that with you when we get a little bit closer. So we got some great events coming up. And then I got to remind y'all, right now, SMP is the place to be at 10 a.m. every single day of the week. And I know Kennedy has been telling me that she's seeing y'all, joining in her shows. And so right now on Mondays, guys, we're on air at 10 a.m. every single day of the week. You can find us on YouTube and streaming on YouTube and Facebook. And we've got some just incredible guests lined up, and we've got some great shows going. But on Mondays, it's called Sew Club. Tuesdays, it's called Takeover Tuesday. Wednesday, it's called Stitch Nation. Thursday, it's SMP Live with me, Blaine Austin, and my crew's always going to be here. And then Friday, it's called Tea Time, and that's tips, tech tools, and techniques. And so we have all those shows going on. We're always looking for great guests. And I tell you, man, Kennedy's been doing a fantastic job of hosting that as well, and getting some great guests on. And yesterday we had our dime event, which we didn't have our normal Stitch Nation yesterday, but we had a dime event that was a little bit later in the day. We had a huge crowd watched it, and I actually was a part of that yesterday. And so I think that if you were on there and got to see some of that, we had some great product specials too, Kyle. Yep. We had some great, they had to call in and get the special, but we had great pricing on the dime products yesterday. And today, guys, we're going to talk all about kind of Janome and Elna. So if y'all don't know about, we always tell you about Brother. Brother makes quite a few of the baby lock machines. So there are some machines out there that are identical in the baby lock line. And Janome's kind of the same way. Janome makes a lot of machines for Elna. And some of those machines are the exact same machine. So here's what the advantage for you today is going to be, is there's some machines that Janome makes that they're only available in the brick and mortar store. So you can only come in our retail stores and get them. We can't sell them online. However, on the Elna side of the house, they just released these machines for us to start selling online. So today we're going to talk about we're going to show you demonstrate the 9450 Janome, which is an incredible machine. But then we're going to make available the Elna version of it, which is the 780 Plus. And we've got a great call-in special on it today. And then we're going to talk about a serger, and then we're going to talk about a cover stitch machine today. So we've got Candace and Deb here going to do the demonstrations, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the machines. And then I'll kind of do an overview of each machine. And then we'll tell you about you can call in and get the special, but it's some great pricing. So if you've been in that market for one of those three machines, we've got a great special for you today. So that'll be great. But before we get too deep in the show, Kyle, I got to give some shout out to some of our people out there watching today. Hey, we got Me is up in New York watching today. And guess what, guys? She's going to be out here next week.
Yes.
You know me, y'all remember the challenge I gave every year. I said, if y'all want to buy a top of the line machine, I will fly you out here to do it. Well, guess what? I'm flying. You know me. Her and her husband are flying out here next week, and I think they're coming out on Sunday of next week, and through Wednesday. So she's going to be in the store, and so I encourage hey, the Gendrer and Kim Wolf, since y'all are local, y'all come up and meet You Know Me. She's going to be here, her and her husband, and so that's going to be a lot of fun, and so we'll get to meet her. But we'll do that. But we also got Ann Phil back. Ann Phil back up in Virginia is watching today. And Ginger Israel. Ginger, our local California girl, is watching today. And I think you told me, Kyle, that she was going to be in the store today, right? To pick up her. She's coming in today to pick up her repair. Yeah. So she's watching. And then we've got Yvonne Hudson in California watching. We have Nana, the 313331, whatever. Georgia. In Georgia, or is it Georgia she's watching? Georgia. Lucille Camp. I know that name. Lucille's in Georgia as well. So, and then, so thank y'all for watching. Hey, if you're brand new to the show, this is your first time you've ever seen it, put a 1 in the chat right now and just let us know that you're new and let us know where you're watching from. And I promise you, our Stitch Nation is going to welcome you with open arms. We have a ton of people out there watching that's been watching this for a while. And they love, you coming on new, and don't be shy. If you got any questions, ask, because I tell you what, Stitch Nation are some of the most knowledgeable people I've seen out there anywhere. Y'all are so knowledgeable about sewing, and they are willing to help you. So if you're brand new, let us know. They're going to help you. If you have any questions, they're going to chime in and try to help you too. And so, but we'll try to answer your questions on air too if we can. Roger tries to find it. The chat comes through so quick, it's hard to find it sometimes. But again, guys, you always ask, hey, how can I win prizes? Everybody, asks us, how can you win prizes on our show? Well, it's very easy, guys. All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's that simple. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. So if you're on our Facebook page, go like it, share it, and then chat, make comments. And then if you're on YouTube, hey, go subscribe, hit that bell notification, that thumbs up, and make a comment on there or ask a question. And that's going to enter you to win. So we're going to have some great prizes we're going to give away at the end of the day today. And then don't worry, we've got another contest. If you're having to watch this on a tape delay, you had to work today and you're watching it right now at night when you got home, we've got a contest for you as well. So all you have to do is go down under the video and put a comment in there, and we will give a prize away next week for those folks that do that. Just the after show, right, Kyle?
Yes. So
just the after show, if you go and make comments and ask questions there, you'll get entered to win just a special contest. And we always announce the winners on the week after. So anyway, guys, are y'all ready to get going today?
Let's go.
I'm ready to get going and get this. So, hey, guys, the first thing we're going to do this morning, we're going to go to the San Marcos store over there with Kennedy. She is with Deb Donovan. And we're going to talk about the Janome 9450. And y'all keep in mind, the 9450, I can't sell it online. If you're local, guys, y'all can come in to the stores and look at the 9450, give it a test drive and try it out. But what I'm going to be able to do today, if you like what you see for that 9450, I have got a call-in special for the Elna version, which is the 780 Plus, and we can ship that nationwide. So that's kind of how we're doing it today. We're going to show you a machine that's exactly like it. And because I know everybody, there's a lot of Janome fans out there, and the Elnas are the exact machine. So it's made by Janome. So anyway, let's go to the San Marcos store, and there's Deb. Good morning, Deb.
Hey, good morning, Blaine. How are you?
Hey, I am doing fantastic today, and we're all super excited to see the demonstration on this machine. And as you know, the 9450 is one of those really top level machines that have all the bells and whistles that you need. And the Elna version is just, the same machine. So we're excited to see all about this Janome, because I want to be able to share these great pricing, this call-in special with everybody for the Elna version.
That's right. The 9450 has been a favorite of ours in the store for several years. It's always done exactly what it needs to. It is the top of the line sewing free arm machine that Janome has, and it's done everything we've ever asked of it.
Well, fantastic. Well, hey, get started on your demonstration this morning and show everybody all about it.
Okay, that I will do. First, I need to do just a little bit of bragging. We have the Janome sitting in our brand new Stay Perfect 2-tier table. This thing's awesome because I can make it be whatever height I need it to be. And today it needs to be at this height. So what I've got right here is the Janome 9450. It is 9450 QCP, actually. I'm going to take you on a little tour around the outside of the machine. You can see it's got a matte finish on it, so it's not shiny. The lights that you have are not going to reflect back into your eyes on that. I've got 11 inches of space to the right of the needle and 4.7 inches, almost 5 inches of height right here. I can't think of a project that I would want to do that I can't get it underneath the arm of the machine when I need to. If I lift up the lid right here, I have 350 different decorative stitches that are built into the machine, which includes 11 buttonholes and 7 alphabets. There are so many built-in stitches on the Janome 9450. But wait, there's more. Actually, you have a stitch composer that you're going to get with this too. There is a program that you can put onto a PC, and that program is going to let you design your own decorative stitches. If you have a favorite stitch from a machine that you had years ago, or if you want to do something completely fun and custom, I don't know, a sewing machine stitch, then you can design and create a stitch all of your own, save it in the machine's memory, and then have it to use whenever you want to. Continuing here, I have an independent motor on the bobbin winder. I like an independent motor because it takes less, it doesn't use the main motor on the machine. If I'm going to thread the machine right here, I've already got it started, but this pivots all the way up. So even those longer, skinnier spools of thread are easy to get on there. I have a stylus, which is tucked away right here, which is very convenient to have. We don't often have such great places for styluses. And then if I kind of come over here to the side of the machine, there are times when we're sewing and our thread just frays and breaks on us. There's just nothing you can do about it. You've got a burr on the needle or something. And it's always a nuisance to try and get that back out of there. If you're shining your flashlight down there, you're trying to get in there with your seam ripper or something. And on the Janome 9450, I don't have to worry about that. Janome lets us get in there. You can go in here, you can clean out the dust bunnies. You can see the thread path right there. So if you, I'm gonna blame that on Kennedy. Kennedy was trying to get in and film and give you guys a real tight view, and she knocked the foot pedal. You never know what's gonna happen on live TV. Okay. But now you got to see the machine run from the inside, and that's not something you get to see every day. All right, I'm gonna close that back up again. We also have a great needle threader on the 9450. Over here on the side, you can see that there is a lever. Get that ready. That lever is for the needle threader. I've threaded it all the way down, except I just haven't threaded the needle yet. So what you're going to see is if I finish the job right here, cut it on the side, and I'm going to try and do it this way and go down and come up, and that needle's threaded for me. So this one happened to just catch back there just a tiny bit, probably because I was coming at it from the wrong side of the machine. But a perfect needle threader, it works every time. So you don't have to worry about whether you can see or whether your hands are shaking. If you had too much caffeine or not enough, or how stressful your day was, that needle threader is going to be right there for you. There are 4 LED lights on this machine, and I have a favorite, which is not something that normally you will hear people say. I've got LED lights that are underneath the arm of the machine. I've got LED lights to the right of the needle. I have LED lights to the left of the needle, but I also have an LED light up here. So if you can check out the lighting, how it is right now, it's pretty good lighting. But if I slide this open, see how much brighter it gets? I've got built-in lighting that lights up this entire section. Great visibility of the area right in front of the presser foot into the needle with the highlight turned on. How many of us are sitting at home with gooseneck lamps and other stuff around behind your sewing machine trying to get the lighting where you want it? The Janome 9450 puts the lighting where I want it for me. I don't have to tote anything else with me. I don't have to store anything else. When I'm done for the day, I can close it up and it's going to be safely stored. And when I'm ready to go again, I can just pull that right back open and the highlight is there to give me all of the lighting that I need. Kennedy's impressed.
So impressed. So impressed.
All right. I have the foot pedal that Kennedy so thoughtfully demonstrated for you, sitting right here on top of the table. Normally it's not there. It's there for a very specific reason. So I can sew with the foot pedal. It's a ginormous. I'm sounding like my daughter now. It's a huge foot pedal. Look how big it is. Anybody's feet can sit on this comfortably, and the angle is really good on it too. But I have this little foot pedal to the side too. And this is actually to cut the threads for you. So you can leave your hands on the fabric while you are cutting the threads. You just kind of put your foot over to the right and you can cut the threads. Although actually you can set it up to the left too. So whatever side works for you is the side that you can put the thread cutter on. And I'm going to put that on the floor now and cut the threads while I do it. I have a great big extension tray. It's larger than what you will find on most machines. So even if you're not using a table like this, you've still got a lot of workspace to work on. It opens up to both the front and the back, where you can see I actually preloaded it with quilting feet because there's so many feet, they won't all fit in here. And then I've got my knee lift over here to the right. So I have 3 ways that I can lift and lower the presser foot. I have the knee lift right here, which if I press it to the right, the foot's going to come up for me, in addition to the button and the manual lifter to the back. So I've got so many options on this machine before I even got into the sewing. But I told you that I have more feet than I can store down here. You don't always have your accessory tray on. You're sitting in a cabinet, you're using the extension table, but sometimes you want to switch back and forth between your open toe foot and your 1/4 inch foot. So where do you put them as you're swapping them back and forth? Well, on the 9450, you put them right up here. It's the little things that matter. And I have this little cubby here where I can put 4 presser feet or a couple of bobbins. And what I like about it is that they are out of the way. I'm not going to knock them off with my hands. I can continue to sew on the machine. I can wind a bobbin and nothing's in my way. I can have those right up there so they're at my fingertips whenever I need to get to them. So with that, I think I've shown you all my favorite things on the outside of the machine. So let's go to the screen. You got that? Okay. Let me grab my stylus here so I can keep my fingers a little bit out of the way. This screen is not the biggest on the market. I'm going to be the first to admit that to you, but it doesn't need to be because it has everything that I need right there and everything is pretty close to the front. I don't have to go a bunch of menus in to find a lot of things. Right now, it's set up for a straight stitch down the center. I've got my primary stitches here, and it says that I have page 1 of 2 of the utility pages right here. If I wanted to switch to a different page, then I just grab this arrow at the bottom and there is page 2 of 2 for my utility stitches. So I'm going to go back to that one. This is a great machine whether you are a sewer or a quilter. They just so happen to have put a couple of the sewing stitches, the garment construction stitches right here on the front page for me. So I have picked what a straight stitch for a knit fabric. So I'm just going to come right over here and, I'm going to show you this thing with the button. So I have a start stop button right here. If I unplug my foot pedal and press the start stop button, see how slow it's going? It's going so slow because I'm still holding on to the start button. As soon as I let go of it, it speeds up to the full speed of the machine, which is really great because sometimes you need to like slow down for a second to check on what you're doing. So it'll let you do that. So this is a knit fabric. You can see it has some stretch in it right here. I didn't do anything special to the machine, and you can see that that knit fabric is lying completely flat for me. This stitch, I always kind of call it in my head the lightning bolt stitch, and it's perfect for knits because when you pull it, it will straighten out. It's got enough give in it that the knit can still flex and return back to its natural shape. I'm going to go right back to my regular straight stitch though, because it seems like at my house, if we are not fixing the hems on our t-shirts, we're fixing the hems on somebody's jeans. So I have 2 pieces of denim right here that I'm going to use really quickly to make a seam. So right here, I'm just kind of pretend sewing it together right there. So that's the regular seam that you would have on your jeans. And if I fold this over, now that's a raw edge. And now I have a folded over edge right there. Hold on, I'm going to take 1 second and plug my foot pedal back in because I would like to have 2 hands for this. There we go. Okay. Now, if I put my foot down and put my foot on the foot pedal, then you can see I've got 3 layers here, 9 layers here, 3 layers here. I did nothing on the machine but change it over to a straight stitch. I haven't changed my needle. I didn't change my lengths. I didn't change my tensions. The machine took care of all of that for me. So I can I guess we're going to do it this way. So I can just kind of go, go, go. Now I stopped it right there to show you that I have a feature on this foot where I can lift it, press a little button in back there, and it is, sorry, I got to do it right-handed. I am not always capable of doing things on both sides. But what I've done back here is I've made the back of the foot float. So now I'm not trying to climb up that hill from 3 layers to 9 layers of fabric. I'm straight up there on the 9 layers of fabric. So I can continue on my merry way and finish hemming my jeans, although I wouldn't normally hem them at that speed. That was a little bit fast even for me. So I've got a great, well, you can't see the red on the denim that much, but I did do a really good job of going from the 3 to the 9 to the 3. Standard needle, standard foot, didn't adjust anything, just changed from the lightning bolt stretch stitch to a straight stitch. This machine has so much power in it. It will do so many different things. So if you happen to do bags, then you're going to end up in those places where you've got lots of seam allowances that are going together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I have rolled up 10 layers of denim right here. At most seam allowances, you probably aren't going to be pulling more than 8 seams together, but you never know. And then you've got interfacing and some of the rest of that stuff. You can see it kind of just barely fits underneath the foot right here. But I do have an overlift that makes it easier to get thicker things underneath the foot. So if you have to go and, oh, I don't know, put a button back on a jacket, on a wool jacket that's, you know, got a really hefty hem on it, or if you are quilting and you want to like get over all of that backing and batting that's off to the side, you can use the overlift to let you get in there easily and then let the foot drop back down to its natural height. And then I can just go again and sew through 10 layers of denim without adjusting anything on the machine. It is that powerful of a machine. Like Kennedy, zoom way in on my stitches. Now you get to zoom in over here, because one of the things that makes it able to do all that and to be able to feed the knits and the denim and everything in between nicely is the feed dog system. I have the superior feed dog system on here. So if I just kind of drop that foot off real quick, you're going to be able to see that I have 7 feed dogs on this machine. I have 2 to the left and the right of the needle plate of the zigzag opening. I have 3 behind, which are going to pull the fabric out back from under the needle, but I actually have 2 in front also, which are helping to push the fabric into the needle in the first place. And that 7-piece superior feed dug system is one of the reasons why I could go from 2 layers of knit to a pair of jeans to 10 layers of denim without adjusting anything on the machine and not having to have any problems. Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah.
All right, so let's come back over here to the screen for just a second. Let me put my foot back on. All right, over here on the screen, I told you before that the screen is exactly the right size for what I need it to be. Because look at it, right? Right here, I can tell it whether I want the foot to hover or not. I've got my twin needle safety. It's giving me a picture of the stitch that I'm doing. You can see that that's changing as I change my stitches. And what it's also telling me down here is the foot that it recommends that I use. These are all basic sewing stitches, so it's recommending the same foot for all of them, but it will show you, if I do a zipper, it's going to show me the zipper foot down there and tell me which foot to put on. Right here, I have my stitch length and my stitch width. The width on this machine is 9 millimeters. That's almost 3/8 of an inch wide stitches that you can do, and it will go up to 5 in the length for the length of the stitch. Sometimes you need to tweak it just a little bit more than that. The 9450 does go in and automatically adjust the tensions based on the stitch that you've chosen. But if you need to tweak things, you can pop open the arrow and get to your other options too. It's automatically set the tension for me. Sorry, the tension's down here. I don't have my glasses on. It's automatically set my needle position for me at 4.5, which is exactly in the middle. There are 91 needle positions on the 9450. Can you imagine that level of control over your needle position? It's not half millimeters, it's 1/10 of a millimeter. You have 91 needle positions on here, so you can get exactly the seam allowance that you need. Here's my stitch length, here is my tension, and I can even control the pressure on the presser foot from this screen and set it up, and I can customize the stitch. So just for fun, I'm going to take the length and I'm going to make it a little bit longer. And then I am going to lower the pressure on the presser foot. Say I'm going to do like an awful lot of doing that thicker denim, right? So I've got my foot at -5, so it's not pushing down as hard. My stitch length I have bumped up to 3. I can hit this FS down here for favorite stitches and save it in the machine. So now I've customized these settings on the machine. So next time I come back into the stitch, it's going to be exactly where I left it the last time, where I want my favorite stitches to be. But I don't want to leave this one like that, so I'm going to hit the default button, get rid of all those presets, and go back to our standard stitching. I showed you 350 categories of stitches up here. They call them modes for the most part, but if I come back down here to the screen, you can see that I've got a lot of stitches here. I've got my utility stitches, transitioning into my buttonhole stitches, transitioning into my bilets. But I can also get into some of those other stitches by going into the decorative stitches category, where I have multiple pages of categories of different stitches that I can choose from. I'm going to pick this one right now. So these are a lot of applique type stitches, right? You can see I've got a blanket stitch here, a slightly different blanket stitch here, another blanket stitch again here. You know, depending on how you like to do it. I have a couple of pages. So if you like to do more of a random one, I've got lots of different options for doing an applique stitch. And same goes for all of the rest of the decorative stitches that are in the 9450. That's a lot of options. And there's things that I don't necessarily do every day. So you see the little t-shirt right here? That little t-shirt is going to help you to do what you need to do. Personally, I don't put in a lot of zippers. So if I tap that zipper one right here, and then tell it I want to do a concealed zipper right here, then I still have 6 different ways that it will help me to set up the machine to the right foot and the right tensions to be able to put in that zipper. And it's even going to change the presets for me, because to put this first one in, I have a needle position of 4.5 and a length of 2.4, and the foot is the A foot. But if I go over to the stitching tape one, then it's gone to 8 millimeters. So it's the needle's moved way to the right, and you can see that reflected on the screen right here. My length has still stayed at 2.4, but down here it's recommending that I put the E foot on there. So the machine, if I go into the t-shirt, is going to automatically do a lot of those setup things and help me to pick the right stitch for the job that I wanted to do. Now that applique that I showed you just a second ago, I also have a screen in here for applique. And on the screen, you can see I've got all of those same choices, but now I can see more like what they're going to look like and when they're finished. So I've got this stitch down the middle, and then I also have it moved off to the right. I've got a couple of different blanket stitches and a satin stitch in here, the most common things that people like to do for their appliques. And I mean, and it doesn't stop there. It just keeps on going with all of the functions and the features that the 9450 has available to you. Let me just go back to a straight stitch. I like to go home so that I know where I am at. So I'm going to turn on the pivot feature for you for just a second and show you why I really like that pivot feature. I can come in here and I got to get it kind of started here, and I don't have the right foot on, but I can sew. And when I stop, the foot lifts up. Did you see that? So I don't have to reach back and lift up my presser foot. I don't have to use my knee lift. I don't have to use the button on the front of the machine. I can grab my next two pieces, put them together, push them under the foot till they touch the front of the needle, and chain piece with no fuss. You can just keep on going. Now, this is straight stitching, which is great. Stitching right down the side, but I can also do a couple of other things too. I have right here on my machine the zigzag needle plate. So that's going to let me do those stitches that are up to 9 millimeters in width. If I grab my accessory box, look at the, this is a beautiful accessory box. How many times have you lost some of your pieces, misplaced some of your pieces, because they're not in the accessory tray, they're not on the top of your machine, and you don't use them every day, so you're not exactly sure where they got off to? Well, here you're going to know. Anything that you don't have on the machine is going to fit in the accessory box. So what I have in the accessory box is the Accu-Feed Foot, which I'm going to leave out because I'm going to show you in just a second. I'm going to pull this guy out, and I have actually 3 stitch plates that come with the 9450. 3 is a little bit unusual. We're used to having the zigzag plate. We're used to having the straight stitch plate, but Janome gives us a 3rd plate as well. And you can see this plate is marked with HP on it. That's HP for the high professional stitch, or sorry, high performance stitch. Something I learned a long time ago from our master mechanic is that for the most accurate and the best stitch, you want your needle position to be all the way to the left. It has to do with how the thread comes off the bobbin and the hook. So you're going to be more accurate at the left than you are at the middle or any other position. So that's what this high performance plate has, is the needle hole is way off to the left there, right? See that? And I actually have a foot that goes with it, that matches with it, that's got that little kind of kick off to the side as well, so I can get the most accurate 1/4 inch stitching. So if I'm going to switch over to that, I'm going to grab my screwdriver right here and take off my regular ankle, unscrew that, put it in the top tray, and I'm going to take my other foot, screw that on. You have to screw it on because it is one solid foot. You can see that there's no wiggle or play in the foot right here, which is what's going to make it be able to do the most accurate, fastest stitch. So let me slide that back on right there. And then I'm going to take off the needle plate to switch it over to the other one. I have no screws here, and I can't tell you how much I love having no screws there. I have spent years battling with screwdrivers that come in at the wrong angle or knocking my knuckles on the bottom of the machine. But on this one, I don't have to worry about that. Kennedy, if you watch out, I'm going to disassemble my two-tier table just a little bit here so that I can slide off the accessory tray. Because to change the needle plate, all I have to do is press down on this button, just like that. And the needle plate's popped off for me. So I can pull it off to the side. While I've got it in my hands here, let me show you the patented needle plate that Janome has going on here. It's marked every way that you can think of that you would want it marked. You have your 1/4 inch increments on the plate, so you don't have to mark it with tape. If you like your millimeters, we've got those going on here right too. You've got marks to the back, which are going to help you make sure everything comes out the back at your 1/4 inch seam. You've got little marks at the front, so everything's going to line up exactly right for you. And they're not marked, but if we lay it up with a foot, this is going to be a 1/4 inch behind the needle. If you're going to do like a mitered corner or something and need to not start at the edge, this is your needle position, and then this is going to be a 1/4 inch in front of the foot. So you can see everything on here, including angles. Half square triangles are going to be really easy because all you need to do is line up your piece of fabric with that little 45-degree line right there, and you are going to get a perfect seam right down the middle of your square. So you've got accurate half square triangles. All right, let me set that to the side here and put my HP plate on. And that is just gonna, let me hit the overlift here. I'm just gonna tuck those 2 little tabs in there, and you see the little bullseye? Press down on the bullseye and it will snap right into place for you. This is the high precision plate. When they get to the high precision plate, I get to sew faster. It opens up the speed of the machine. I can go up to 1,060 stitches per minute with the HP plate on. So let me put, nope, I'm going to leave it off for just a second because I'm going to switch feet again. So if you want to watch right here, and put the, that was it telling me to be safe and make sure that I had the right foot on the machine. So I can put the foot down, and if I hit the start button, you ready for it? I'm going to let go, and it is going to pick up speed and pick up more speed and pick up more speed till it is going over 1,000 stitches per minute. And I didn't actually think I was going to be able to do that on that short of a piece of fabric. So if you want to, you can go super fast, super accurate, beautiful stitches with this, with the HP plate for the machine. Now, the high precision plate is fabulous, and you've got the high precision foot that goes with it. These 2 guys are the Accu-Feed Flex system for the Janome 9450. I have one that I can use at regular stitching, which I'm going to set to the side right now. And I have one that matches up with this plate so that I can do the high performance stitching and still have the benefit of an Accu-Feed foot for it. The Accu-Feed foot attaches onto the back of the machine. And if you see that it's got a little feed dog that's coming right down through here, and it's going to grab that fabric and put it through. This is the walking foot for this machine. Accu-Feed Flex takes the place of a walking foot for the machine. This is the little skinny one that goes with that. But if I show you the standard one, you can see I've got 2 feed dogs on the top that are going to go to the left and the right of the needle. I have right here just a regular standard zigzag foot base on here. But if I wanted to, I can pull that off, trade this foot plate out with an open toe foot, with a 1/4 inch foot. There are a couple of options, so you don't have to rebuy the entire walking foot. If you want to have some more flexibility, you just have to buy a new replacement metal base for that. So let me attach that back on. and they go on and off really easily. I did it without even thinking about it, but right here, there's just two little pegs, which it attaches onto. So now that I put my HP foot on, I'm going to take my HP foot off and take my plate off. And I am going to put my zigzag plate right back on there. Get my thread out of the way. Slide it in, press it down. It is ready to go. And it's giving me another caution warning just to make sure that I have the right foot on there when I'm ready to sew, because it can sense which plate's on there. So I'm going to attach this foot, the Accu-Feed Flex foot, onto the machine right now. I can't even show it to you, but there is a little bar back here that this is going to attach into. So you're going to hook it on back there, and you're going to slide it around the ankle right there, where the post. Tighten it up, and then grab your screwdriver and finish the job. There we go, found it. Okay. All right, so now I have my Accu-Feed Flex foot on. I'm going to take this off again for just a second so you can see when I put the foot down that the walking feet part of the Accu-Feed Flex foot are sitting exactly on top of the bottom feed dogs. You're going to get the best feeding because you are literally sandwiching your fabric together at that point. You've got absolute alignment. You're pinching the fabric and pulling it forward. So it's going to give you the best feeding system. Let me put him back on real quick. And then here's my thread. Okay. Got my thread. I've got my foot. And now let me show you that I can use that foot even with, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to put myself kind of back together here. That back on. Slide myself back in. So there we go. Now I've got a nice work surface again. All right. So I've got my foot. We got my Accu-Feed Flex foot on. I have it as a straight stitch down the middle. I have my 3-inch squares of fabric that I wanted to sew. And what I'm going to do is just get that guy right back under there. I'm using this 45-degree angle line to get myself all lined up. And now I can just go straight down the front of the middle. See that? I'm getting great feeding. I'm not getting any distortion, even though I'm sewing straight down the bias because I'm using the Accu-Feed Flex system for piecing. Now, there is a 1/4-inch version of this foot also if you wanted to do regular seams with it. But I think that having that for anything that I'm doing on the bias is absolutely fabulous. It's also great for quilting. So, because it is like your walking foot, right? I can just put my fabric underneath there. Come over here. And it is going to give me perfectly balanced feeding between the top layer of my fabric and the bottom layer of my fabric as I'm doing that. So you're not going to have to worry about bubbles and pulling and having your edges come misaligned at the bottom when you're doing a long seam. So I have showed you a lot of stuff on the machine in the last little bit. Let me show you a few more things that come with the machine. So one of those things that comes with the machine is this canvas dust cover. I think it's absolutely fabulous. It is a heavyweight canvas. It is not plain old plastic. It's going to protect your machine while you're taking it to class, or to keep the cats off of it, or just keep the dust off of it. It does open up at the top so that right here, so that you can get your handle through the top. There's a couple pockets in here. Dust covers are pretty important to me. San Diego is one of the dustiest areas that I've ever lived in. So I do drop my dust cover over the top of my machine when I know I'm not going to be sewing for a week or so. And while I'm sitting in the Stay Perfect 2-tier table, if you're going to go on the road, you do get the full-size Janome Horizon extension table that goes with the machine. You're gonna take the arm off, you're gonna put this on, and it's gonna settle right in there perfectly. And when you have that, you can use it in conjunction with the seam guide right here. The seam guide is just going to kind of nestle in right here, and you can use this edge to give you the seam allowance that you're looking for. I tend to do a lot of quilting, so that's my 1/4 inch seam. But if I'm switching around to a 5/8 inch or a 1/2 inch seam, sometimes I have a hard time remembering that from one day to the next. But if I can set up this seam allowance guide for me, that's going to take care of all of that for me. And then I showed you this massive foot box, right? I have the 3 stitch plates that are in there. I have a buttonhole foot that comes in here. It gives me places to store my bobbins. I've got little cubbies. I've got places to store my feet and everything else. It was a lot neater before I started today, I promise. You know, there are 21 feet that come with this sewing machine. The 9450 comes with 21 feet. There's not a lot of feet that you could want that you're not going to have. What I did earlier today is I pre-selected and I pulled my quilting feet and put them in the accessory tray since I knew I was going to do a little bit more with the quilting. And I left the garment sewing feet behind in the Janome box. But if I was going to do garment sewing, then I would take my rolled hem foot and my overcasting foot, put those in the accessory tray, and then take my quilting feet and put them back in the box. So everything is in one place and you're not running around later trying to find your buttonhole foot. And then you've got, of course, everything else that you would expect out of a high-end machine, multiple spool caps. Look, this is the little itty bitty one that we like to use on the Aurifil thread. You've also got the 2 other sizes. There is an external thread stand that you can put on here so that you can do 2 spools of thread at once if you want to do twin needles. Janome has just done an amazing job with this machine. They've packed so many features and so much value into this machine that it's been a favorite of ours to sell in the store for years. There's a lot of little details that you can tell that they put a lot of thought into before they put this machine out into the market. I think I have shown you about every thing I have time for today, since we're trying to get 3 machines in. I think I actually probably took up more than my fair share of time. Kennedy's nodding at me back there. Blaine, did you have any questions?
Hey, Deb, I got one question for you real quick. What is the purpose of switching out the needle plates?
Okay, I have 3 needle plates, right? The zigzag needle plate is it will accept those 9mm zigzag stitches. So you can do any kind of your decorative stitches with that. A traditional straight stitch foot plate has got the hole down the center right here so that you're going to get your fabric will be more supported. I use this all the time when I'm doing quilting or if I'm working with chiffon or other fine fabrics. I know that the fabric's going to be fully supported and I don't run the risk of it getting pushed down into the hole on the zigzag plate. And then I have the HP plate, which has got the hole over to the left because that is going to be the most precise stitch that I can get according to the technicians that I've always talked to. And then this one's going to let the machine go faster as well because it's in the most precise stitch. It's at the best spot for the bobbin case. So that's why 3 needle plates.
Well, thanks, Deb. That was a really good explanation. And I was wondering about that because I knew I was like, why would you not just use one all the time? But I totally understand it now. So, well, guys, we're going to tell Deb, great presentation as usual. Thank you so much. We're going to tell everybody how they can get one of these machines. So if you're local and you're close to one of our stores in Southern California, you can go into the retail store. We have a great special on that Janome 9450 today. However, if you want a 9450 and you want to buy it online, you cannot buy the 9450 online, but we can sell you the 780 Plus Elna version, and that's the one we got the special on today as well. So if you want to pull that overlay up, y'all can take a look at it. So guys, you can see it's the identical machine, just a little bit color difference, but this is a great machine. It is packed full of special features. The normal price on this is $4,599. We do have a call-in special on it today. And again, guys, this thing, it's 350 built-in stitches. It has 11 buttonholes and 2 alphabets. And Deb was talking about that sewing speed. This thing is extremely fast. It goes all the way up to a maximum sewing speed of 1,060 stitches per minute, which is extremely fast for a sewing machine. So again, and we talked about that huge throat space. It's got a big throat space. It has a 9mm sewing width. And guys, that is as wide as any of the top of the line machines on any brand is out there. A 9mm is extremely, I think that's about 3/8 of an inch wide. Has the full color, high definition LCD touchscreen. Has the automatic presser foot lift, dual feed system, automatic foot pressure adjustment, easy and guided bobbin threader, built-in thread cutter, automatic programmable thread cutter. It has the 9 LED illuminated lights. So this thing really has a great lighting package on it that lights it up where you can see it. It has a USB port on it and just the standard accessories. It comes with that standard foot, an A foot. It comes with the rolled hem foot, which is a D foot, the zipper foot, which is an E, the satin stitch foot, which is an F foot, the open-toed satin stitch foot, which is an F2, the blind hem foot, which is a G, the overlock foot, which is an M foot, and that 1/4-inch seam foot, which is an O. And then it has that 1/4-inch seam foot without quilting guide, O. Closed-toe darning foot, it's the PD-H. And it has that open-toe darning foot, PD-H. Free motion quilting closed-toe foot. And guys, it just keeps going on and on and on. There's so many feet that come with this. You get a great accessory guide with it. And again, you're going to get that Stitch Composer software DVD, and you're going to get the instructional DVD also with it. And then it comes with that semi-hard fabric cover for it as well. And guys, this is a great package today that, whether you want the Janome brand or the Elna brand, but again, this is the exact machine. The 780 is the exact machine as the 9450 Janome. And so if you want to buy it online, you get the Elna version. If you're able to buy, walk in the store, you can get either one. So we're going to have either one in the retail stores. And guys, right now, we are out of stock on the 780, but they're taking pre-orders. They are on order. They're on their way here now. So if you do want to get one of these, you have to call in to get the special pricing today, and they'll go ahead and take your order. And then we'll be shipping these in next week. As soon as they hit the docks, we'll get these shipped out to you. So great special today. We're giving you, and I can't say enough about these two machines, the Janome or the Elna version. They're just so well built, and they have the all metal chassis on them, and again, guys, these things are just loaded up with features and things. But first, before we go back, we're going to go to Candace, and we're going to talk a little overview about the two machines. Now, since the time is running a little long today, we're going to bring Candace back in probably on one of the shows next week, and she's going to go in depth detail on each machine, but she's just going to give you a little overview of them today. But before we do that, we got Michaela is at the corporate office, and Michaela is going to talk to some of our experts over there about their favorite Elna machines. So let's go to Michaela, Kyle.
Hi, Blaine. Hi, everyone. Michaela here, coming to you from the Sewing Machine Plus office. Have you heard the great news? Sewing Machines Plus is now offering all new Elna machines to be purchased online. And I'm here today to talk to a couple of our product experts about their Elna machine of choice. So let's go. I'm here with Andrea, one of our product experts. Hi, Andrea. Hey, Michaela. How's it going? Really good. How are you? Excellent. Very excellent. Wonderful. So we are really excited here at Sewing Machines Plus because we are now offering all the new Elna machines to be purchased online. So with that being said, what is your Elna machine of choice and why?
My favorite one is the Elna 780 Plus, and it's comparable to the Janome 9400, which you can only get in the dealership. So in a brick and mortar store, you can only get that. So the features are very similar. So you get that great wide throat space, you have automatic tensioning, you have a straight stitch needle plate that it comes with. It's fantastic. It goes through a lot of layers. It also has the Accu-Feed system, which means that it is specifically designed for thicker materials and for your bigger quilting projects. When we talk about quilting machines, it means that that machine is going to go faster and be tougher than, say, a garment machine or any other kind of machine, right? So in addition to making quilts, you can do handbags. You can do heavier, thicker materials. This machine goes 1,050 stitches per minute, which is pretty darn powerful. You might even need to turn down the speed control that it comes with, you know, so that you don't zoom. But if you want to know more about the machine, call me at 800-401-8151, and my extension is 116. If we haven't talked already, I would love to get to know you. Thank you so much for watching today.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Andrea. Did you hear? You can call her at 800-401-8151, extension 116. Talk to Andrea directly. She can help you out with these fabulous machines. Thanks, Andrea.
Thanks.
I'm here with our product expert, Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Michaela.
All right, so I was looking online at all of our Elna machines that we're offering, and there's so many to choose from. So with that being said, what is your Elna machine of choice and why?
My Elna machine of choice is the Elna Excellence 720 Pro. I absolutely love this machine. It is a workhorse machine. It is very similar to the Janome 6700, which can only be sold in store at select locations. This machine, however, we can sell here online to anybody who wants it. The machine has a 10-inch throat space, and it's about 5 inches tall in there, so you'll be able to really have a lot of room to sew, to quilt. If you're a crafter, this machine is absolutely wonderful. It's very sturdy. It has aluminum frame on it, so it's going to be very, very strong. It also is going to sew up to 1,200 stitches per minute, and it has a speed control function, so you can go ahead and slow that down to whatever suits you, whatever you're comfortable with. And if you have any other questions, I'd be very happy to speak with you. So give me a call at 800-401-8151, extension 123.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Nicole. Again, give her a call. She can talk to you. 800-401-8151. Her direct extension is 123. Thanks so much, Nicole.
Thanks, Michaela.
All right, guys, you heard it directly from a couple of our product experts, and we featured 2 of the amazing Elna machines, but there is so much more to choose from. So give us a call at 800-401-8151 and talk to a product expert today about your Elna machine of choice. Back to you, Blaine.
Well, thanks, Michaela, and thanks to Nicole and Andrea for giving us their picks of the Elna machines. And you know, guys, again, I can't say enough about the whole product line of Janome and Elna. And you know, y'all, if you're Janome fans out there, you'll be comfortable to know that the Elna is the same machine, and you're going to be able to get that same quality and everything. It's just going to be a little cosmetic differences. I kind of compare it to Kyle like a Chevrolet and a GMC. You know, Chevrolet or GMC makes them all, but they're 2 different trim packages. I think that's what Deb always says. It's a different trim package. So basically, that's kind of what you got to look at. It's just a little bit different trim package on the Elna and the Janome, but you can be confident that either one you're gonna love. But let's go right to the studio. Back to the studio. I think Candace is ready, and what we're going to do, guys, since we're running a little long on time today, Candace is going to give us an overview on the other 2 machines. And then we're going to bring her back to do some in-depth demos. But here, guys, again, keep this in mind. If you give us a call, all the Elnas online, we have a call-in special today on every single Elna. So if you don't happen to see the one that's the one for you today that we're talking about, you can go look on our website. All the Elnas today, we have a call-in special for. So don't delay if you're interested in one of these. So let's go to the studio and talk to Candace. Hey, Candace, welcome to the show.
Hey, Blaine. Hi, everybody. How's it going?
It's going great. So Candace, I know that we're running a little long on time today, but let's go ahead and just give everybody a little overview about the 2 machines and what the differences are and why you would use one over the other. And then we'll bring you back in and do in-depth demos on them. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Well, as you can see, I have 2 machines here, and really these 2 go together. They're meant to be used as a pair and a complement to your sewing machines. So this is the Janome Air Threader. So this is air threading technology, and this is a serger. And this one is a cover stitch machine. So this does all your hemming and top work. So I'll kind of go over these just a little bit. I'll show you the air threading system. So sergers are fabulous. They cut, they sew, and they overlock all in one step. So it makes it super fast and very easy to use. We use these, of course, for garment construction. We also use it for home deck, and a lot of quilters also find that a serger is a necessary tool in for quilting. So I'm going to show you the air threading system just real quick. It is part of the professional line of the Janome machines, and again, there's an Elna equivalent on our website. This is a Janome that you can just buy in our retail store. Oops. So if you are one of our local customers, come on in and you can take a look at this. So I'm threading the lower looper, and as many of you that have sergers, you would know the lower looper is a challenge to thread. So all I have to do is put this in my threading mode. I lift up my lever. I pop my thread down in here. I give it about an inch or more, half an inch. I use tweezers usually because it's very difficult to manage the thread tails. And then I just pump it through, and there it is. Did you see it? It's right here. It's threaded. So how fast was that? If you struggle with your serger, it might be time to upgrade to an air threader. So again, this one is auto threading. Here it's air threading. And then you have manual tension, so I can control all of my tensions, as well as my tension here. This also helps to control my looper tensions. Standard I would use for everyday projects, but if I want to do a rolled hem, I put this to tight and it helps to wrap the fabric. So I have a few other features here that make it really easy. This is my cutting with my rolled hem or standard. It's called a stitch finger. It controls the stitch finger. Very easy to lock my blade right here on the side of the machine. I don't have to open it up and go through all this hassle to just easily lock the blade. And if I open this up, you can see this is just a complete metal frame. Again, it's part of the professional line of Janome, and it's a single aluminum cast machine with steel ball bearings, and it makes it very easy to sew, and it cuts down on vibration. It's meant to be a workhorse and to last for years. So you can see it's a well-made machine. So this machine can do a 4-thread, a 3-thread, a 2-thread serge. It can do flat locking. It can do all types of construction. And again, we'll show you all of those fun things on another show because I can spend all day talking about a serger. But I'm going to show you this machine. We're sharing the foot pedal here. So it also has a trim bin, which is really nice and handy. This is a machine that's a little unique. This is the Cover Pro. This is part of the Coverstitch line, but this one is different than maybe any other machine you've seen because it can do more than just cover stitch. It can do what's called a top cover stitch. So if we can get in here, this is the different type of stitches you can do. And oh, did you need some more lighting? Check that out. I just opened that up and it's going to give me additional lighting. So this is a 3-thread or a triple stitch. This is a single chain stitch. It almost looks like a sewing machine stitch. On the back side, it has kind of little loops. That's called forming a chain. This is a narrow stitch. That's usually what I use for all my hemming. And this is a wide stitch. So that's kind of the combination that most all cover machines can do. But this one has an additional feature, and I'm just going to show you that real quick. There's an additional spool of thread, and what this does is called a top cover. There's a lever right here that comes down, so I'm going to thread this real quick. It kind of goes up, down, in, out, holds my thread. And let me get that, raise my needles out of the way. There we go. And what this will do is it will give me a cover stitch on the top and the bottom, a triple stitch. Let me see if I can get my foot. So look what I just did.
Normally, that's what you see on the bottom of your stitches, but this one does it on the top and the bottom. So this is something that is unique to this type of machine. We don't see that on any other. This is called a top cover stitch. It has that additional feature. So it's great for leggings on the side of, you know, the leggings. It's great for decorative work on the top of your garments, as well as doing projects. Like this is a fun project we did, and that has, you know, a wide stitch, a cover stitch, a narrow stitch. And what we did is we used our serger and our cover stitch machine to create this fun project. So we used decorative threads and both machines. So it's great to have two separate machines. I like both combination machines, but there's some benefits for having two separate serger and a cover stitch machine. So not only can you do garments and all sorts of garment work. So this is a pair of joggers before, but when you do pockets, you have to construct the pocket, you have to put it on, and then you top stitch it. And as you can see, I've used that underside of the stitch to give it a decorative look. I didn't have this machine, otherwise I would definitely have done this triple cover or this top cover stitch. It would look really cute with that stitch going down the side of these joggers. So really, if you're going to do garments, you definitely need both machines. But again, they're great for all different types of application. They also do flat locking, which is perfect for doing seaming binding and batting for your quilts. Your free needle, free arm work on your machines, they don't like going over seams. So you need to put your batting together so it's flat. And these type of machines can do that. It's called flat locking. So we will tell you a lot more about these machines, but we have the equivalent of the Elnas online for these two types of machines. Definitely, if you're ready to upgrade your serger to an air threader, this is a really great machine. And if you don't own a cover stitch yet, this is the perfect one because you get that additional top cover option on this one. So Blaine, that's the, you know, a down and quick overview of everything. And I can spend, of course, hours talking about sergers.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Candace. That was just a fraction of what you could talk about on those machines, because I know you're the serger queen, and I know we're going to have to get you back next week on one of the shows that we have and let you talk, you know, go in depth with the demonstration, or, you know, maybe even tomorrow. I don't know. You know, we have our tea time tomorrow, and I don't know if, you know, sometimes we have guests that cancel, so we'll let everybody know out there. You know, as soon as we have Candace, we'll put her on the schedule and let y'all know when she's going to do it. But you don't want to miss it because there is so much in both of those machines. And guys, again, like I say today, we have the equivalent machines in the Elna. So right there in front of, you know, her right today, we have that's the AT2000D, and then we have the CP3000P, and of those machines, and the equivalent is basically the 864 Elna or the Cover Max. So that's the two machines that we have on the Elna side. And we do have specials on every single Elna today. It's a call-in special, but if you don't, you know, we're going to show you these two machines as well. But if you don't see the machine that you've been thinking about, you know, you can talk to one of our sales experts at the call center, and they're going to tell you what the equivalent Janome is, and that way you can get that machine. So I want to thank you so much, Candace, for coming on and doing that. And I know you were kind of rushed and you still covered a lot of material, but we're going to keep moving on, guys. So again, Kyle, we put that overlay those machines up there. And the first up, we do have, this is the, you know, 864 Elna. This is the air threading overlock serger machine. The price on this, normal price, is $15.99. Guys, we do have the call-in special on today, so don't delay. Give us a call if you've been in the market for one of these, because I'm telling you right now, you know, I hear it from Candace. Candace gives you the lowdown on all the sergers. And so when she tells me that she gives it the thumbs up, I'm going to tell you that it is a great serger, because she uses every single brand and every single models out there that Candace has used. And when she gives the thumbs up, I tell you that's the stamp of approval you want. And she gave us a thumbs up on this one. She absolutely loves this machine. And so that just tells you the quality is there. And then the next one we highlighted on there today, it's the extended Cover Max. Now, we did show you the CP3000P Janome version of it, but this is the same exact machine. This is the Elna version of it. Again, it's $14.99, and we have that show special on it today too. You just give us a call. They have some special financing available, some special pricing. So just give the call center a call today. And if you're watching online and you're on our website and you can speak to one of the live chat agents as well, they're on chat right now, and they can help you out as well. But again, guys, this is a call-in special. You're going to have to call in and get that special pricing, or you're going to have to speak to one of the live chat agents to get that special price today. So, hey, before we go today too, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the table that y'all are looking at. So, let me tell you a little bit about this, the story behind the table. So Stay Perfect is our own brand that we get made for us. And we, as y'all know, we have the greatest stabilizer out there. We went out and we researched and found the best stabilizer that is on the market, and we got it made for us special. It's under the Stay Perfect name, and we have it in the pre-cut sheets. We have it in the Stay Fresh tubes. So you can get either way you want. It's already pre-cut for you if you want the pre-cut sheets. And so we took that name at Stay Perfect, and we went out and we wanted to get us an electric lift table. And so the table y'all were seeing that Deb was using and Candace was using, it is called our Stay Perfect 2-tier all-position electric lift table. And so there, Kyle's putting it up on the screen right now. And what's so great about this, guys, you can customize this to any height you want, any machine you want. And I think Deb has talked about before that she's got a little piece of plywood in her sewing studio, and depending on different machines, she would prop up the machine so it would fit her table she's got at home. Well, with this table, you don't have to worry about that. You can adjust either table. Either tier has electric lift on it, so you can adjust either one of them to custom fit your machine and to custom fit whether you're sitting or standing to sew. So these are a brand new product. We just launched it last week at our new product launch party in the retail stores, but we do have this online to sell. We're shipping it nationwide. And guys, I can't tell you enough. We have an introductory price on it at $34.99. A great price on it. This is the normal price on this is going to be $39.99. And we're probably, by the first of the year, we'll probably move it up to that normal price. But right now, we've got an introductory special on it for $34.99. And guys, we have some financing available as well for you. But this is, if you've been thinking about an electric lift table, this is such a good table. And I tell you what, what I like about it too, it is a really good looking machine, isn't it, Kyle? Kyle and I looked at this thing pretty close. It is a really nice table. I love the white color. It's got that kind of surface. It's kind of got a texture surface on it, so it's not going to scratch and mar. And then the legs are white, and it just looks good.
Sturdy as well.
It really is sturdy. It looked good. I just love the fact that it looks so good in, like your sewing room. It's going to look good. And what I like about it, if you put the casters on it, Deb, that's one thing I noticed Deb was doing. You could just roll that thing out and move it around. She was moving the lower tier outside of the upper tier just to move it around. So,
guys, does it come with the casters? They're wondering.
I don't believe so.
It doesn't come with the casters right now, but you know what? Let's throw the casters in.
There you go.
Simple as that.
Good deal.
We're going to throw the casters in today at that price. We're going to throw the casters in. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to throw that drawer in, Kyle. So, yeah, we have a drawer, that accessory drawer. So let's throw the drawer. Let's throw the casters in with this. And I tell you, everybody really loved this at the new product launch party. Every time I looked over, there was a huge crowd around Valerie and Jessica who were demonstrating it. And so again, guys, we sold a ton of them this past weekend in the retail stores. So anytime something to me sells real quick, Kyle, and it's kind of a hot product, that the quality's there because people were seeing the quality firsthand right there when they were using it and playing around with it. And, we saw it. Kyle and I went over there and we really looked at this table pretty closely. And I tell you, I was instantly pretty happy with it. Now, again, we got some prototypes in before and we tested those. But the production model to me is so much better than the first versions we got. And so we're super happy with it. And again, guys, this is going to be something that's going to last you for a long time. And it's going to be a perfect addition to your sewing room. So again, guys, make sure if you're interested in this at all, give us a call right now and tell them that, hey, that I said we're throwing in the table, we're throwing in the casters with that bundle today. And make sure that if you talk to somebody on the phone about this, make sure you tell them that I'm throwing in a bundle of the casters and the little drawer for it. And again, we'll take your order and we'll get that thing. It's going to ship to you nationwide, right to your doorstep for absolutely free. So, guys, what do you think, Roger, Kyle? That's
Awesome.
pretty.
I think it's Christmas in August.
Christmas in August.
Carol Lombard just said that.
Yeah, so it's pretty nice. And guys, I'm telling you right now, I'll put my stamp of approval on this table because I really like this table and it is very well built. It's a nicer table that's in the industry anywhere. So we're pretty happy with it. So again, guys, great show today. I hope y'all enjoy that. Deb's demonstration day was fantastic. And, sometimes we take it for granted how good she actually is. She did such a good job today and detailed it. And y'all know how great Candace is. And Candace will come back and give you some really detailed training on the other two machines as well. But we're so happy that we're able to sell Elna online now. And, so if you've been loving some Janome machines out there and you can't buy them online, now we're going to have that Elna counterpart that we can. So you can just give us a call if you want to know, if we have this machine, a Janome machine in the Elna version, hey, give us a call. We can tell you and help you out. And I love the touch today too from Michaela, getting to talk to Andrea and Nicole and talking about which one they like the best. Because again, guys, when you call our experts at our call center or speak to our chat agents, they are actually experts. They're all sewers. They know the machines. They use these machines. We get trained on all the new models. So you're not just calling somebody that's reading the web page. You're talking about somebody who actually has hands-on experience. And so that's what we're giving to you when you give us a call. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed the show today. But guys, it is giveaway time. So we're going to give some stuff away today. And the first thing we're going to give away is our bags. We're going to give a set of our Sewing Machines Plus event bags. We're going to give you the bundle. Now, these sell on our website for $9.99 each, or you can get the whole bundle of 8 for $49.99. So you can always buy these. You don't have to wait on us to give them away. But I just had somebody email in to me this past week that wants some bags, and she said, I absolutely love these bags. She goes, they would be great to go shopping at the grocery store with. But she goes, guess what I'm doing with them? I'm packing them full of fabric. So that's what's so funny. It's like, life gives you, what does it say? Life comes with some baggage. The first one you see there, it says mine's full of fabric.
She's using that bag correctly.
So she is. So, but anyway, guys, great 8 wonderful colors of this. We're going to give 2 winners. So Kyle, you got that wheel ready to go? All right. So Kyle's got the wheel. Spin that wheel, Kyle.
First one. We also have last week's show. There was an Ava dress form winner from the conference.
Michelle Wetzel.
So Michelle Wetzel, congratulations, Michelle. You're watching today from YouTube. So Michelle, just go to smplive.tv, and down at the very bottom, it's going to have an area where you can claim your prize. Just fill out the information, hit submit, and we'll handle it from there. So great way to start the show. And so let's give one more set of bags away, Kyle. Here we go. Joe Allen. So congratulations, Joe. She's watching today from Facebook. And again, Joe, just go to smplive.tv. Scroll down toward the bottom. It has a place where you claim your prize. Just fill out the information, hit submit, and we'll handle it from there. All right, so next up, we're going to give one of our world famous sewing mats away. And guys, right now, we have these in 12 different colors, 4 different sizes, and we're just going to let you pick which one you want. How's that? That's a pretty good deal. Even the Angela Wolf, if you want one of those, we're going to let you pick. It's a limited edition Angela Wolf Pack version. So if you're in the Wolf Pack and you want one of hers, you can get one of hers too. But anyway, we have them in 4 different colors. Or 12 different colors, 4 different sizes. Now, Angela Wolf's, I don't think we have them in 4 different sizes, do we? I think they're only 3 sizes. 3 sizes of Angela Wolf's. So, but anyway, we're going to let you pick your size. So if you want to see the dimensions so you can pick the right one, just go to smplive.tv and you'll see the mats on there. Just click on that product. It'll take you to that product page, and you can look at the different sizes, and it has the dimensions on there. So that way you can kind of measure it out and see which one's going to work for you. All right, so we're going to give 2 of these away. So Kyle, let's spin that wheel for the first one.
Here we go. There's the music.
Roxanne Van Gelder.
Congratulations, Roxanne.
So Roxanne, she's watching today from YouTube. And so Roxanne, just, go to the SMPlive.tv page, look at the, click on the sew mats, pick out the size you want in color, and then just go down at the very bottom that SMPlive.tv page. It has a claim your prize area. Just put all that information in there, and you can actually tell us, what color and what size of mat you want, and we'll get it from there. All right, Kyle, let's spin the wheel. Let's do one more of the mats.
One more. Fingers crossed. Paula Becker.
Paula Becker. So congratulations, Paula. She's watching today from Facebook. So Paula, you get yourself a mat. So just go to smplive.tv and go down at the very bottom of the screen. You'll fill out that, claim your prize, and just make sure you let us know the size and color of the mat you want, and we'll handle it from there. All right, so last week's show, we had a winner from after the broadcast, what we're calling the after broadcast winner, and they were getting an Ava dress form, and we're going to let you pick what size of dress form you want, and you can go to smplive.tv to see those dress forms. Kyle's probably got them on there, but where you can pick the size you want, but Kyle's already picked the winner. So Kyle, who was the winner that won that?
Noreen Olson.
So Noreen Olson, congratulations. She's watching today from Facebook. Excuse me. So congratulations on that. So Noreen, go to the smplive.tv page, scroll down to the bottom, and just give us your information there and tell us you won that dress form, and then we'll send that out as soon as we get your information from you. All right, Kyle, what are we giving away next?
We got a $100 gift certificate.
Everybody loves these gift certificates.
Yes,
And you may tell you why they love them.
free money.
Yes, they can apply it. They can apply it at checkout
Oh,
for
yeah.
anything they've
You
ordered.
can do the website, you can do the store,
Walk in the stores.
everywhere we got it.
So they got it's really great. So all right, Kyle, let's spin the wheel.
There we go. And we're on. Everyone cross your fingers. Gigi's Boutique.
GG's Boutique,
Congratulations.
watching today from YouTube. So congratulations, and just make sure you go to smplive.tv down, toward the bottom of the page. Fill out the information to claim your prize, and we'll get that sent out to you. Well, actually, we'll just email it because it's a coupon code, basically, or an email code. And we'll get that gift certificate to you, but we have to have your email address. So just email us, fill out the information, make sure you have your email in there and hit submit, and we'll get that to you. All right, so today we're giving a sewing machine away, and this is the Baby Lock Joy sewing machine, and this is for our live crowd right now. Now, Kyle, what are we going to give away for the tape delay, and we'll give it away next week?
A Baby Lock Joy as well.
So we're going to give another sewing machine. So how you can win the Joy for next, like after the show, we're giving it. So if you go to the video broadcast after the show is posted, if you're watching it tonight, just go make a comment. And any of y'all want another chance to win something, go make a comment either on Facebook or YouTube, and we're gonna pick that winner out of that. Just go make a comment. Tell us how you like the show today. Simple as that. Or tell us what your favorite Elna machine is. Make a comment, and that would be a great thing. Tell us what favorite Elna you have, or what you like, or what you're interested in, and we're going to pick a winner out of that. We'll announce that winner next week. But today, we're going to pick a winner right from our live audience today for this Joy right now. So Kyle, let's spin that wheel.
Good luck, everyone.
Baby Lock Joy. Who is the lucky winner? Donna Blackwell.
Donna Blackwell.
Congratulations, Donna.
Donna's watching from YouTube today, so congratulations, Donna. You just won yourself a Baby Lock Joy sewing machine. So Donna, how you're going to claim your prize is you're going to go to smplive.tv, scroll down toward the bottom of the page, and it has where you claim your prize. Just fill that information, hit submit, and we'll get it right out to you. So guys, first of all, I got to apologize today. I've had a little struggle with my voice all day. I've been a little hoarse. I think it's from this weekend, Kyle, because I did a lot of talking. So apologize for that. I've been a little coughing a little bit, but hey, I'm feeling great today, and we hope that you feel great. And we have got a great show lined up tomorrow, and all next week we got great shows. And you don't want to miss my show next week, because guess what it is, Kyle?
Baby lock.
It is the Baby Lock Showcase, and we are going to showcase some really cool machines for you next week. And we are going to have one heck of a special on them as well. And then we're still working hard, guys. We're getting geared up for SewFest. You don't want to miss SewFest, September the 12th through the 16th. And we're going to have a ton of machines on there and some great specials. And I'll tell you what, I was looking at the list yesterday, Kyle. We have got, I think it's 43 different presenters and educators for the show.
That's a lot of learning.
Yeah, it's a ton of people. I think it's 43 or 44. I can't remember exactly, but it was a ton of people that are going to be on there doing education sessions and doing the demonstrations on all the machines. So we're super excited about that. And we got some new people that you've never seen before on there as well. So we're pretty pumped about that. But guys, I hope that y'all are having a great week this week. Man, I tell you, we've had a great week. And Roger, welcome back to the show. Roger was out. He's been feeling a little under the weather. He was out, but he is back. So we're glad he's back. And so everybody's doing well here. And again, we're looking forward to Me's coming out, her visit. I gave everybody that challenge. She's flying out here. I'm flying her and her husband out here to get some training on her brand new machine that she bought. And then we're going to ship it back to her in New York. And so we're super pumped about that. And but Kennedy will be on tomorrow, guys. She's going to have the tea time tomorrow. So make sure you tune in at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Central. And Kennedy's on there. And I can't remember exactly who the guest is, but she's always got some great people coming on. And and then we'll get Candace on sometime next week too, to go in depth on those two sergers from Elna and Janome, and give you all the ins and outs on that. So guys, I hope you
Tomorrow, I think Kennedy's signaling tomorrow.
So it's going to be tomorrow?
Thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs
All
up.
right, so you heard it. Kennedy just gave us the word. Tomorrow, Candace is going to be on tea time, and she's going to go in depth on those two machines. So if you've been waiting on one of those air threaders, from Elna and Janome, we're going to talk about those and show them to you. And again, we can ship the Elnas nationwide to you. So it's going to be two great models from both brands, and we're super excited about that. So I'm happy that Candace will be coming on the show and doing that for you. So make sure y'all tune in for that. And what else we got going on, Kyle? Anything else? That's it. And I'm kind of finally recovered from I had my Nashville trip for the Janome or Baby Lock. Brother. I can't get him. Yeah. So we had our brother convention 2 weeks ago in Nashville, and then we came back and we had our new product launch party this past weekend. And then I am going to St. Louis on next weekend. Next weekend, I'm going to St. Louis to the Baby Lock convention. And so I've been flying all over the place, going to all the conventions, but we're doing that. So that's exciting. And you never know, we may be able to bring some live footage to you from Baby Lock in St. Louis and kind of show you some of the things that's going on there. But I think we'll probably do that, because I think I'm going to be there. No, I won't be there during my show, but we may just do some videotape and show it on the show. So I think I'm back in time for the show. So I think it's kind of over the weekend, but we'll do some videotape and bring you pictures and videos and stuff, and from St. Louis, and then we'll share it to you on the show. So anyway, guys, so glad you joined us today. Make sure, if you haven't done so, like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube and our Facebook page. It helps us out, helps you keep notified, and also will always help you win stuff too when you do all that. So anyway, guys, well, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and make sure you tune in to Kennedy tomorrow, and we will see y'all next Thursday.